It's time for Transport Line, the program that showcases the contributions of all modes of transportation to the socio-economic growth and development of our country, Africa, and the rest of the world. Transport Line is being beamed to you from the Center of Excellence, the state of aquatic splendor, and Africa's fifth largest economy, Lagos. I am Shina Ilegbede. I appreciate your being part of the program. Two things are commonplace to the average Nigerian today. That is insecurity and poverty. But in my own part of the country, when you remove hunger, the issue of poverty either vamoosed or diminished. Today, we are going to look at the compressed natural gas presidential project. It's a continued story. The journey started on April 30th, April 30th, 2023. It's more than 6 months now. And I guess that project really is to address indirectly the rising cost of food prices, because transportation is central to all this, even security. And you don't believe me? When you talk about Western Naval Command, that's the Navy, transportation of the fleet is key to it. Logistic Command, transportation is key to it. The Army, training and doctrine, transportation and supply is key to it. So in all aspects of our life, modern life today, transportation is very, very crucial. Don't forget the natural one God has endowed with, and that is pedestrianism, these two legs. We pray we have that from the day we were born till the day God calls us over. So today, I have with me on set a CNG conversion specialist who has been really involved in this CNG presidential initiative. And we want to see how far we've gone and what government can really do to hasten the process so that the public can really benefit from it. The man who is going to throw more light on this CNG presidential initiative, like I said, is a conversion specialist and is Oluwaseun Babafemi. Welcome to the program.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Oluwaseun, that preamble might be long, but it's really to emphasize the importance of transportation in our daily operations, especially how it affects the socio-economic life of the average citizen, not only in Nigeria. So today, here we are. And if you recall, about 24 hours ago, Mr. President did mention the issue of CNG. Yes. The 64 buses given out, and what have you. Really, what is the progress from your own end?
Wow, thank you so much, sir. First and foremost, I will say you're really doing a good job here. Thank you so much for, enlightening the people and also doing what media should do, bringing to light what the government is doing and what their own role should be. Because you see, there seems to be this information gap in between what is going on and what the people know.
Thank you very much for your compliment.
Thank you, sir. You're welcome, sir. So now there's a lot going on. Currently, as we speak, the PCNGI, which is a presidential CNG initiative, is in all the geopolitical zones, ensuring massive conversion of commercial vehicles. You know, there was this news earlier that they're converting vehicles for free. Now, because I run a conversion center, we are approved, you know, we are on one of the approved centers in Lagos. I got a lot of calls, people telling me, oh, government said it's free, so can we come? And I'm like, no, it is for commercial vehicles. And if you're out there are outlets. If you're a commercial vehicle owner, you run a bus or a commercial vehicle that has a red plate number, you need to go to one of these commercial, one of these approved centers.
The conversion centers.
Yes. If they allow me to bring out, probably maybe later on they will put it up so that we can see the different address of all the different approved conversion centers. It is free. Now the procedure is that your car would come in for inspection. When we inspect your vehicle, we take down all the information as required by the government, your NIN, everything that shows you and marries you to that vehicle. It will be sent to PCNGI. PCNGI will marry that information with the kits that they will give to you. So your kit will come from PCNGI with your name on it, with your vehicle information on it, and everything on it. So that kit cannot be used for another person. So the moment we call you to come for conversion, it means your kit is in our hand. We finish the conversion, register you, upload your information to PCNGI. And now that is how it is, and it's only for commercial vehicles. So because I'm in Lagos, our conversion center is in Lagos, they are giving us kits on your behalf. But before they can release the kits to us, you have to come in for inspection. We have to be sure that your car is gas ready, and your car is ready. If there's any mechanical thing that needs to be done, we'll tell you, oh, go fix this, go and come back. When you come, we check your information, we submit. It doesn't take more than a week. Those kits are released. I mean, based on our own experience.
When one considers the current rate of PMS per liter, one could see and appreciate why people are rushing to convert, quote and unquote, their various vehicles to CNG. Or many are taken to cycling, many are taken to walking. But the issue is this: for those who are still financially sound to operate their vehicles, which runs on petrol.
Okay.
Now, as a private car owner or vehicle owner, and I wish to convert to CNG, compressed natural gas, what is the process?
Well, the standard process is the government subsidy does not cover you. You have to pay for it 100%. So you choose the conversion center you want to work with, but work with approved conversion center. When somebody say they are going to convert for you, ask them for their certificates, their accreditation certificate from NADDC. That is the only body that accredits conversion centers, and also vehicle assembly lines like, I don't want to mention names, we know the made in Nigeria vehicles. They give licenses to those bodies. That's also the body that licenses, that accredits conversion centers. So you must have met some standards, they will check you, and before they can give you the certificate. So that's the first thing you want to do. The person that is converting for you, or the company that is converting for you, ask if they are certified by National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC. If they are not certified, don't even do business with them, because you are dealing with quacks. Good. Now, once you get in, they will do inspections for you. Be sure that your vehicle is gas ready, and you won't have any issue. Because you see, some of the issues we have is sometimes when you are done with conversion, the vehicle will work well a little bit, then you are going on the road to start stalling, because the power that the PMS are and the gas, they are not the same thing. As little as your plugs are, the plugs will work well in petrol, but on gas it may not work well, because the gas is quite sensitive. If the plugs of your vehicle are not up to standard, they are not optimum, it will probably not work well in gas. So what we do is that we, as a rule, when we do conversion for you, we change the entire plugs. Whether you just changed it yesterday, I don't want to know. We change everything. If there are issues with your coil, we'll ask you to go get new coils and change. Because for gas system, the combustion, the ignition system, the air system, the airflow meter, everything must be perfect. If it's not perfect, you're going to have issues. It's not as though the kit is not good or the system is not working well, but when you have those issues will not show well in petrol, because it's just a way the petrol is powerful enough to overcome it. You, instead of it to just show, you probably be burning more fuel, but the car will move. But in gas, the issues with your vehicle will show immediately. So when we do inspection, we check all these things and tell you, oh, this is what the system is saying. Go fix this, then bring the vehicle back. Then when you bring it back, you make payments. We schedule you for the day you come in for your conversion. You drop your vehicle. We're done. When we're done, we test drive, ensure everything is fine, calibrate. Then we register your vehicle on the NADDC portal. I think they're working together with SONCAP. So that your kit information, the kit serial number, the tank serial number will be joined, will be married together with your plate number. So that becomes an additional documentation that will be added to your documents. Because once your vehicle is gas powered, the road safety officials have been instructed to check and ask for that conversion document. If you don't have it, well, the law will take its hold. So those are some of the standards that they put together. And also the tank comes with a tank certificate, of which the production date and the expiry date, which we do not joke with. And that is why I keep telling people, and I discourage those who are bringing in Tokumbo vehicles that are gas powered. If you are importing a gas powered vehicle into the country and is used, the thing that most times the tank may have expired, because the vehicle has been maybe they produce it like say 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Some tanks will expire in 15 years, some in 10 years, some in 20 years. So when you bring in those kind of vehicles, you think you bought a CNG vehicle that I can start using. You may not have any issue now in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, because the tank already expired. Except when you bring it in, you change the entire tank. And most times, the tanks we have available here may not fit in properly like what the manufacturers are fitted. So I would discourage the importation of Tokumbo gas-powered vehicles. It is better you retrofit into what you have now, because whatever they're going to put on it for you are brand new kits, and they have their lifeline. Some 20 years, some 15 years, some 10 years. You see it on the body, not the one that they've used in Europe for like 15 years, then you bring it in, maybe it's just remaining 2 years before expiration, then the car is working fine, yes, but the gas cylinders may have expired.
Before I ask you the cost implication of the average conversion of a vehicle, when you bring a Tokumbo compressed natural gas vehicle, what really, apart from the issue of tank, are the other implications?
Okay. The reason why I'm hammering on the tank is because it's a pressure vessel. And it is the part that holds the gas at very high pressure. We are dealing with pressure of about 200 bars. It's not like the cylinder you use at home. You see, that gas used at home is LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. It is very, very different from CNG. CNG is natural gas that is compressed. Now, that one is at around 10 bars, between 10 and 15 bars. As dangerous as that is, not really dangerous, but as pressurized as it is, you are dealing with a pressure of 200 bars in this one. There are specialized containers for it. And when they tell you this is the production date and this is the expiry date, don't joke with it. And we in the industry, we also do not joke with such. So that is why we discourage those who would import those vehicles that have been they've been using for 10 years, 15 years, except when you bring it in, you are buying fresh new sets of tanks. Now the other kits inside, majorly, aside for the serviceable parts, which is just the filters, maybe just the filter and 1 or 2 things there, like some sensors, that maybe after some months or years, you may have to change, There are really no serviceable parts in there. The only thing, when you have issues with them, well, I've been driving mine for over 2 years now. I've not had one issue with any of the parts, so they're actually very durable. Because the kits, CNG kits are, I dare say they are military grade materials. Because we are going to be dealing with 200 bars of pressure. Everything has to be military grade. From the metal piping to the sensors to the regulators, they are all military grade. If it is fake, immediately you install it. You won't even be able to pressurize it before everything will scatter. So the chances that you'll be going on the road and the thing will give you issues is not there, because you are dealing with military grade equipment. But they have expiration dates. So, and we must stick to it.
Oluwaseun, let's briefly look at the issue of safety now.
Okay, sir.
Liquefied natural gas, compressed natural gas, and people are really not comfortable. From what's going round on the road, on the streets, people are very, very wary as regards how safe is compressed natural gas vehicles vis-a-vis. You spoke about imported ones. In Nigeria, the one, because the last time you were here with Ben, you spoke about that, it can easily convert from GNC to petrol or vice versa. But what of those being brought in? But let's address the issue of safety first. So, liquefied natural gas, which we use at home for our cooking and what have you, compressed natural gas, which we now use for the vehicles. What are the basic difference?
Okay. The basic difference is this. From their name, you would know. Liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, is gotten from crude oil. It's a derivative of crude oil. You can also get it from other places, but it's a derivative of crude oil. In volatility, that is a more dangerous gas than natural gas. It's actually a more dangerous gas.
Very inflammable.
Yes, very flammable. And also is a gas that is denser than air. It means that if it leaks air right now, it won't disperse as fast as CNG. It will stay on the ground, waiting for source of ignition for a couple of minutes actually. But with CNG, because natural gas is lighter than air, if you release it here in seconds, is in the air. So the chance that it would catch fire or ignition will meet it there is very, very slim. Then also the flammability window for natural gas is very, very short. In a confined space, if the gas is less than 5%, it will not burn. In a space like this, if the gas is less than 15%, if it's higher than 15%, it will also not burn. So it's between 5% and 15%. So that is when it can burn. And the chances that the concentration of that gas will be like that is only high in a controlled environment like the vehicle engine, where it is controlled, the amount that is being dosed, understanding the flammability of the gas. So if there is a leakage here right now, the chances that CNG would catch fire, I'm not saying it's not possible, it's very slim compared to that of petrol, compared to that of LPG, or even kerosene, or even diesel. So I dare say that amongst the fossil fuel, it is the least flammable. And for that is one of his major characteristics and one of the major advantage. Then, secondly, because you're dealing with high pressure here, that is why everything has specification. You see, the tank that carries CNG is a bulletproof. It's about 8 mm thickness, some 10 mm thickness. It depends on the size. When you're dealing with 8 mm thickness metal, you know that a bullet can penetrate. Most bulletproof vehicles are not even up to 8 mm in thickness. And yet, they call them bulletproof vehicles. So for a tank of 8 mm thickness, understand that bullet can pierce it. You need an armor piercing round. I mean, nobody carries an armor piercing round around. Even military people don't carry it around except there is a tank battle. That's what you use in firing into a tank. So aside from that one, it's actually a bulletproof, a real bulletproof. So it holds the gas in. Now we can say, oh, because this thing is strong, it doesn't get, we can use it forever. No. Once it has expired, you decommission it. Even if it is still good physically.
How does one know that it's expired?
The expiry date is embossed on the body. Okay. Production date is embossed, expiry date is embossed, the serial number is embossed, the ISO certificate of the manufacturer is embossed. So you can check all this online. Then the certificate of production for each individual tank, unique, that carries the unique serial number, comes with each tank. So they give it to you at the point of conversion. So that certificate also has that information that you have embossed on the body of that tank. So there is no way to clean it.
Okay, but since human memory is very fallible rather, human memory is very fallible, and at times you can forget. Only the Supreme Creator can never forget. Now, at times you forget, and do we have any sign from the vehicle that is a compressed natural gas vehicle that will show you that, look, something is wrong with your tank, or an indicator installed to say that, look, there are modern vehicles today tell you the pressure in your tires is low, you are nearing too close to a barrier, all those. Is there any indicator?
And well, as for now, the indicator we have is what's it called? The shutoff valve. If there is a problem on the system, it shuts down the system
Automatically.
Yes. If there is a sudden pressure drop, it shuts it down. Then secondly, the government portal. Now, by the time we put your information on the portal, the expiry date of the tank is there. But everything is on it. When it's expiring, just like the way your vehicle license is expiring and you get a text message, I'm hoping that the government can incorporate that into the portal and be able to send such information out. But I mean, that's in the next 20 years, in the next 15 years. So that you can get that signal from the portal and say, oh, your tank is almost expiring. And really, who uses a car for 20 years?
20 years. Many Nigerians.
Okay, sir.
So before we round up, the cost, average cost of, say, a 6-cylinder vehicle. I'm not talking about Jeep, because that one is another thing. But let the average viewer have an idea of what it will cost them to convert.
Well, for a 4-cylinder vehicle, I'll start with that. It ranges between 900 to 1.2 million. For a V6, it ranges between 1.2 to 1.5 to 1.6 million. Then for a V8, it ranges between 1.5 to 2 million. It depends, because there's some aesthetics and some other people, different people charge differently, but that is the range.
Wow, that's an enormous amount today. Anyway, Shehu,
Yes, sir.
Baba Femi, it's a pleasure talking to you again.
Thank you, sir.
And we hope you'll be there for us to have an update as regards this compressed natural gas
Yes, sir.
presidential initiative. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful.
Well, we want to round up. Nigeria is 64. But I think that means we still have to continue to be a brother's keeper. There are millions around you that needs your assistance. Please be compassionate. Continue to extend the hands of fellowship so that before we know it, the human material resources that God has endowed this country with, we all benefit from it. Till next time, bye-bye for now.
Have you had a hard time with taxes and understanding tax administration in Lagos State and the complex nature of Nigerian tax law? Do you know what agency or tier of government collects the various types of taxes? Have you ever found yourself asking any of these questions? Join us for your favorite program, The Tax Talk, your infotainment program.
Gentlemen, I present to you the bride.
This is what you will wear as you leave this house for the last time. Scratch that.
I'm sorry.
I can't be with you. Not now. Not ever.
The Conversation. Let the conversation continue.
We must make headway